Welcome to Shibuya's Hachiko Scramble. You all know this location. It is a sensory overload, like they like to say. And just behind me over here is the JR Yamanote Line. We're gonna get on that, take a trip over to Harajuku by train. Good morning. I have been doing this by walking it forever. I almost never take the Yamanote Line. I'm serious. I can get just about anywhere I want on the subway, which is what my station is connected to, so I never have to take that train. But today we will. I haven't taken it in quite a long time. The Yamanote Line circles the city of Tokyo, and it's a really convenient hub line to know. The Chuo line is one that goes straight through the heart of it, so with those two lines you could pretty much navigate anywhere within 20 minutes or less, probably. So we're gonna be leaving Hachiko Scramble. Let's go say hi to the Hachiko dog before we make our trip way over to Harajuku, which is just one station away. Somebody want to bark? There he is in all his glory. A statue. And by the way, there is a line. I would go and touch him, but since tourists have really invaded the area, there's actually a line to take pictures with the doggy. So you gotta wait in the line, folks. These are sakura trees that are gonna be blooming in just a couple of months. Just crazy to think that we've already made a full circle, and the Tokyo department store is no longer here. So the Depachka, there is a basement area, but you can see it's all open sky here, which is kind of cool. So let's get moving. Now you could walk to Harajuku in about 15 minutes just by going straight or following the train lines, or you could take 5 minutes and just take the train. And since this is gonna be a relatively short stream, let's go through that experience. The first thing you wanna know is you probably wanna have a Suica card. Today I have a Toika card, which is from Nagoya. You can use the IC cards anywhere in the country. You can charge them anywhere in the country. It really doesn't matter. But if you're in Tokyo, the Suica card probably the way to go. But it doesn't really matter that much. See? Welcome to Shibuya Station, which is a very crowded place. The morning traffic has just kind of dissipated. Sometimes they have some interesting drinks in the vending machines here, but I don't see anything particularly exciting right there. Yeah, I think I went past the Yamanote Line, but let's go up now to the platform to Harajuku. If I can find it. It's the other side. So they've redone the station. You can see all the construction here. It's absolutely a mess. That's what I want to say. Well, look at the new lockers. It smells like a new car in here. So platform 1 is going to Harajuku. Boom. Look at the new escalator. It smells like a new car. Are we gonna take the next train? We're gonna take the next train. There's no reason to rush it. This is the train. The frequency of the Yamanote Line, you're gonna see it right now, but Shibuya Station is such a crazy hub. Now before you would have been on the other side of this train getting on to the train to go to Harajuku. They kind of switched it. Boy, those poor people are smashed up against the window. Are you telling me that it's still morning rush hour? No, it can't be. But we only have to brave one station together, so it should be just fine. All right, we're at the end of the train here, and you can see going in this direction, it's relatively empty. And then over here, the construction, this is where the platform where we used to be able to go up. You guys remember that? And then from here, you can kind of see Harajuku Scramble is right over here. But Shibuya Station, certainly, this will have to be finished sooner or later. They spent a day last year. I wanted to come to it. They actually spent a day, and the workers over the night switched the tracks. And they had to do it because they can't disrupt the morning commute because so many people depend on JR to get to their offices. So they switched the tracks in the middle of the night, and then the next day there was limited service, and then they did it again and fixed it up, and then it was done within 48 hours, which is kind of a feat that's pretty incredible. All right, the next train is coming, so what we're gonna do is just kind of sneak in there. I'm gonna be real quiet, and you guys can look out the window, maybe. Let's see if anybody is there, but we're gonna be polite about this. And bye-bye.
Please stand clear of the closing doors.
All right, maybe the train is coming right now. I get a feeling that this is gonna be where the last car is, right here. So you can see where yeah, there's number 1 car right here. So if there's no train, there's no possibility to enter from beyond this one point, I believe, but we're gonna find out. Mohammed writes in here, the sound of the jingle was there not too long ago. Man, I miss Japan. The sounds of Japan really do trigger that nostalgia, that those memories, the sounds, the trains rolling by, the jingles from the stations.
Your attention please. The train bound for Shinjuku.
Where the frequency going in this direction is much faster. That's why the trains are kind of crowded. There's just more. See, that lady was really smart. Instead of going with the traffic, she went the other way where there were no people coming to block her, so she could move twice the speed this direction that she could have, so she went where everybody else goes. So that's, oh, here it comes. So it seems like the frequency of the trains going in this direction is down. So they're a little bit more crowded. All right, looks like we're okay.
Shibuya, Shibuya. ご乗車ありがとうございます。電車とホームの間は広く空いております。足元にご注意ください。次は原宿に停まります。1番線ドアが閉まります。ご注意ください。
It's so much faster by train.
This is a Yamanote Line train bound for Shinjuku and Ikebukuro. The next station is Harajuku. JY19. The doors on the left side will open. Please change your for the Chiyoda subway line and the Kutoshin subway line.
And we're in another world. That's how fast it is. I typically will walk it though. By the time you get on the platform, and by the time you get on the train comes, it stops, and you get out. It's like roughly about the same amount of time. But again, you can walk from Shibuya Station to Harajuku Station in about 15 minutes. Let's say bye to our train. Everything is so new too. I'm still not used to it. If this is your first stream of the year, Happy New Year. Welcome to 2025, guys. This is cool. All right, let's get out of here. We're gonna go through the new Harajuku Station. It's not that new anymore, but it's still kind of, because I don't ride the Yamanote Line, it feels pretty new to me. And we're gonna walk a little bit of the ways. We gotta go to Omotesando Station. It's crazy. It's crazy that there's not.
Thank you for riding with JR East. The next departure.
There's not more people on the platform. It's pretty quiet, surprisingly. Should we take Takeshita exit? I don't really like Takeshita Street, but I guess I'm always curious. I like to walk down here every now and then to Takeshita and then take a look and see what has changed. And then every time I go, I'm reminded that I don't like Takeshita Street every time I go. That's just me. If it's your first time, it's kind of interesting. Good morning, Yoda Jedi 01. May the Force be with you. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is, I've taken you from one sensory overload area to another. So let's just do this quick, shall we? So you know that I don't particularly love this area, but let's just do it anyways. So let's see how things have changed. One of the cheapest izakaya I've ever been to is to straight and then to the right down an alley. One day I'll take you there. I don't even know if it still exists, to be honest with you. I haven't been here for ages. Because it's early morning, there's a lot less people here. And that's kind of a good thing, to have less people here, because now we have a signal. Again, you don't get a very good signal when you're in a crowded spot unless you have a backpack full of equipment, which I don't have. McDonald's is going crazy with the strawberry season that is now underway in Japan. If you are, just go to a regular supermarket and get some strawberries for 599 yen. They're so good. I don't think you need to get them at McDonald's, but that milkshake looks really good though. Harajuku is so quiet in the morning. Here's a Daiso. It used to be a big camera, now it's a capsule lab. Interesting, like a capsule hotel. You can smell the crepes, of course. We'll take a look at the menu, see if that's changed at all. I'm sure it's the same. But we still got a ton of these. Let's let this truck go. We still have some of these old school shops here. At least it looks like it's old school. Selling kebab out of the window. That's interesting. I don't remember. Not a lot remains that's from. Oh, hello. How you doing?
Yeah, I watched your video.
Oh, great. Where are you guys from?
Oh, Los Angeles.
Los Angeles. Oh, did you get out? Everything okay back home?
It's getting somewhat better in some places, but
Yeah.
We just, our first week was Osaka and Kyoto, and then this is our last week here in Tokyo.
Oh no!
Yeah.
You got to go back.
unfortunately.
Yeah. At least it's warmer over there than it is here, right?
Yeah.
A little bit warmer. You guys want to say hi to everybody? It's up to you. It's up to you.
It's fine. That's fine.
It's fine. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, guys.
Hey, what's your names?
Oh, Ryan.
Ryan. Alex.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you guys from Los Angeles. They're okay. They're okay.
I mean, my house is okay.
Your house is okay.
Yeah.
Fortunately.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's good. So, what do you guys recommend in this area?
I don't know. We were just doing it blind.
Are just walking around?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we just came back from Yoyogi Park.
Okay.
So if you like nature, that's, that place is very beautiful.
Quiet now.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, no, it is.
Some people might be sleeping off some drinking from the night before. I haven't been there in a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm in between you found me cards, or else I would give you one. I'll have some more on the 15th, but I don't know if
Yeah, that's.
it's today. What is today? The 15th. Oh, they should be. They might be at my house now.
15th, yeah.
They're probably at my house now. So, dang. Well, you guys will be back to Japan maybe.
I would much prefer to. It's my first time, so it's, so far I've been having a blast.
First time. What was your highlight then? What was the one thing that you really enjoyed?
Oh God, where do I begin?
To me, it's like I don't know if it's in Osaka or Kyoto, but I think Nara with the deer park.
Ah, did they bow?
Yeah.
The deer?
Yeah, they do.
They did, but then after you give them enough food, I was like, they just chase you.
That's right. Yeah.
Depending. But
I got headbutted pretty hard. They cracked I think they cracked a rib. I don't remember. That was about 7-8 years ago with my friend Kevin. But they get a little upset if you don't give them. If you start handing out the crackers, you.
Yeah.
So you look at the little cute one. He needs more than the big one, right? You start
Yeah.
being God. You play God, then they get angry.
Yeah.
no, they get it fast,
Yeah.
especially when they group on you. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. They're like gangs, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, not as dangerous in that way. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's very beautiful too. I got
Yeah.
that was probably my highlight. Just seeing Nara Park, and it was like rainy during that, so it was very beautiful.
Yeah. Was it crowded?
When you go in the morning, not
No,
really,
not really.
but it's like when you by the time we left, was it around early afternoon,
Yeah.
it kind of got crowded, a lot of tourists and all that stuff. But yeah, no, it was, for me, it was probably my highlight, but everything else was just a dream. Even right now, it's I still can't believe I'm here. So.
Is the winter okay, you think, for traveling, or would you prefer to come when it was warmer?
I think I prefer the winter.
Yeah.
The winter more.
Yeah, if you're gonna be here, then yeah, it's more, it's more tolerable.
Yeah.
So
Right.
it's the air could be a bit dry, but it's much fine. I wouldn't recommend if you're going to Hokkaido or anything. But yeah, it's I'd recommend it.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right. I know. I tell people come in the off seasons. The flights might be a little bit cheaper, and the accommodations are a little bit cheaper. Everything, it's not as crowded right now.
Yeah.
Actually, this is kind of crazy. I expected it to be a lot more crowded, but it's still quite early. Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's the prices are a lot more cheaper in terms of
Yeah.
flights. So I mean, it was pretty good for us, surprisingly. But,
How much did you pay? If you want to say.
How much did we pay?
And people are always curious about that.
I'm going to include like hotels because we had a hotel back in Osaka. Everything was like that. Our international flight and the internal flight was like under $2,000.
Wow, okay. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
In the summer, I'm sure it's going to be 30-40% more than that.
Yeah.
Another
Yeah.
1,000 on top of that,
Oh,
yeah. Easily. Well, thanks for stopping, guys. I appreciate you
Yeah.
coming up and to say hi.
Yeah, it's been a pleasure.
Yeah,
really.
I mean, we went to a sushi spot that's recommended by Pablo from Tokyo.
Yes.
Yeah, we went there and it was really good.
Good, good.
Yeah, I highly recommend it. Honestly, I don't think we can eat sushi.
Well, what's the place called?
Oh, I have the business card.
Yeah.
They're from Shinjuku.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's a small
okay.
place, but highly recommend it.
Yatsuhashi. Wait. Yahata Sushi. Okay, got it. Since 1868. Wow, well.
yeah.
It's like fourth generation or something,
Because
yeah.
Pablo said it was a hidden gem, so I was like, oh, probably I'll try it when I get here.
Yeah, well, he's been around a long time too. He knows some pretty good places, so
Yeah.
I'm glad he could help. My favorite's not that fancy. It's in Tsukiji Market.
Oh.
Now it's just full of tourists in Tsukiji, but I would always go. I still go to the Honten of Sushi Zanmai.
Oh.
Because it hits that price point and it's so darn good. It's not 100 yen sushi, but it's not like high-end sushi.
Right, it's just right.
It's just right? Like you could eat that almost every day. It's still a little pricey, but you could eat that every day. The aburi maguro with a little bit of fat in there, and they blowtorch it to let the oils come out. Oh, it's so good. I'm getting hungry.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, I'm gonna get.
Well, thanks, guys. Have a good trip.
You too.
See you later. That's cool. So I didn't want to keep them. I could talk them up all day. I do have to get home though, but I gotta talk them up all day. Oh, here's that rainbow cheese thing. It smells like a carnival here, to be honest with you. All right, this is a time where you guys can, if you want to, start writing in where you're from. It's always nice to see in the chat. You guys can participate as well, and I know that there's a lot of people that are chatting with each other, so I don't want to ruin that for you. The Thank You Mart is still here, despite the building being torn down and rebuilt. Thank You Mart, everything is 390 yen inside there. That's what the 390 means. So it's not the 100 yen shop, but you'll find better stuff in there than you would at Daiso, perhaps. This 10 yen coin thing is really starting to go viral, and these shops are kind of new. I don't know if I would eat that. Just keep in mind, ask them where the strawberries come from. If they're not Japanese strawberries, I'd take a pass on them. Grapes are at the end of the season, so they might. I found that a lot of the tourist stuff, the strawberries come from Thailand. So it's not as cheap, which is why they put the sugar on it. Do you see that? So they can save money on, they can make a bigger profit, because you don't make a big profit on that if you're giving away. Yeah, they look like, yeah, ask them where the strawberries are from. They don't say that they're Japanese strawberries, so that's kind of a big deal. That's where the cotton candy is, but I was able to get that at Odaiba the other day. I don't know. You know what? My feeling is that this has just become a big tourist center. I was up at this, the reason why I'm in this area. So the reason why I'm in this area, I was in Shibuya, because I was filming up at Shibuya Sky. We had a press access to go there an hour before they opened so that I wouldn't get all these people's faces in there. Oh, check it out. There's AC/DC rags. It looks like it's been cleaned out. I wonder if they're doing okay. I gotta get in touch with them. AC/DC Rags is one of the original stores of Harajuku when the shop was a fashion center, and it's kind of sad to see it cleared out like this. I hope they're okay. They were in the first video I ever made on Harajuku back in 2013, 12 years ago. This street has changed, I think, for the worse. I want to stay optimistic here, but I just feels like it feels like it's just gotten, like, look at all the strawberry things, okay? I get it, it's strawberry season, but it's just become too touristy. It doesn't have the same vibe as it did 10 years ago, and nor should it, but instead of getting more, oh, look at that, wait a second. Look at this. AC/DC Rags has put themselves, so they're still here. What? That is so cool. So they moved up inside of a fancy building. Look at that. This is is that their building? This is a brand new satellite hub, and AC/DC Rags has made that Harajuku look famous. They're one of the shops that made that poppy, colorful look famous, and they have their own shop here. That's crazy. Look at how this is all cleared out. This used to be an old building. They've cleared it out. There's so much more space. They've moved the building back a little bit so more people, it frees it up a little bit. They had real fast. I got to get in touch with him. I'm sure his dad is retired and his son has taken over. But you just can't, you can't stay in those old shops anymore. Things had to change, and now from this part onwards, everything is like brand new. And this is why I told you, like, you can see, like, there's what is this, like a micro pig house. What? And they have windows here. So this is like the waiting room, I guess. So they bring out micro pigs? What? This is, oh, here it is. This is such a tourist thing. This is such a tourist thing. I don't know. It's 2,750 yen over 4 years old for 25 minutes. That's a lot. That's a lot. Look at this has changed so much. I don't recognize it. Joy's like, I prefer cats. Yeah, no kidding. I like pigs too. It reminds me of Babe, right? I guess that would be something. That's his ninja on the right there. Okay. I don't know, folks. I'm just like, what's with all the strawberry fetish? It's literally called Strawberry Fetish, and they have more than one shop here. Ask them where the strawberries are from. Ask them where the strawberries are from before you get a strawberry stick, because I'm pretty sure they're not using domestic strawberries. Look at this building. I don't know. That tree's still there. But other than that, it would be hard to recognize this building. Somebody lives up here on the second floor. That I don't know why you'd want to live above Takeshita Dori, but that has changed so much. The Strawberry Fetish was popular last year and still here and all over Japan. The shop? Of course, strawberry season, it's going to be popular, but just make sure that the strawberries are domestic. That's all. I think from Tokyo, the strawberry you see the most is from, what is that? Look at this. Look how open space this shop is. It's a sweets shop, of course. Oh no, is it Korean? Korean chicken. Korea does street food so much better than Japan in some ways. I shouldn't say so much better. They seem to do it a lot better. They got a way to find ways to I don't know, or maybe there's just a lot of Korean tourists that are here. I thought this was Lotteria. How did Lotteria become Zetteria? Did they change their name? The burgers look pretty good. Look at that. The Gyu Sukiyaki burger. Beef Sukiyaki burger. That actually looks really good. And there's an egg Sukiyaki burger with egg. I'd get that one. Wow. Okay. There's the ASICS store. I wanted to ask him why ASICS doesn't carry Super Blast shoes in Japan. They only do the Nova Blast. If you guys are familiar with, let's cross the street here. If you're familiar with ASICS shoes, The Super Blasts are $200 in the US, which is crazy for a running shoe, but that's where we are. And that would mean that shoe would be 30,000 yen for a running shoe in Japan, and that's just too high for the market. So that's why I think that they don't have it. There you go, Takeshita Street. It's so much more low profile now from this side. I don't know. I can't even tell if something is copyright music anymore. I'm guessing that my microphone doesn't pick up background music as well as, it's kind of weak picking it up, so usually it's gonna be okay. I'll have to cut that part out though. Thanks for the heads up on that. I don't know anymore. But in the morning, before 11 a.m., usually you'll have empty streets, a chill vibe. This is this kind of magical time between 10 and 11 a.m. before the stores really open and everybody has gone to work, that the streets are quiet. And this is a good time to be walking around the areas that have the most amount of people. Although, you know what's interesting? Walking around in the morning and watching that rush hour traffic, there's not a lot of tourists outside because they're at their hotel staying warm or eating breakfast or something. You can see that up there, right? You see that? That's the top of that Tokyo Plaza, the new shopping mall. Looks like a park up there, which is really cool. They've done a really good job with it. I gotta be honest, from this point of view, it looks like Disneyland. The burrito wars of Tokyo is here. There's a Guzman y Gomez, I believe that's a Australian surfer burrito chain. They've got shops in about 5 or 6 locations that I've found in Tokyo, but there's a local burrito shop opened up by Japanese residents called Frijoles, and I prefer them over the Guzman y Gomez. Or G and G, I forget what, or Gig, I can't remember what the nickname is for it. But they got okay burritos, but it's overpriced and too small. Frijoles has a grande that is, I think, fresher and tastes better. Yeah, back in the clay. They're too small and they're too expensive for this market. I think Frijoles has they have about 6 or 7 shops in Tokyo. They started up in Azabu-Juban, and they have a shop now in Tokyo Station, Yaisuguchi, in the basement of the new Midtown building. And you can get a regular sized one for like 1,200 yen, which I think is pretty reasonable. That fills you up. But you could go grande with steak for 2,000, which is like, what is that, $14 or something? That's pretty darn big. And because this is Japan and there's no competition, that's a significant thing, okay? When I came here, there's no Chipotle here. When I came here, there was not really any burritos options at all. There you go, looking down Omotesando in the winter. We're gonna walk up the street to Omotesando Station, which is about 500 meters. So we're going to be going past the Omotesando Hills, which I think is, it's funny that Anchor has shops, the battery maker from China. And people do smoke in the smoking only areas. I like that. They keep smoking in the smoking areas. Nobody's walking around with a cigarette. They used to though. It's because people started getting fined for that. Boy, that burrito looked good though. I'm thinking about the burrito. I wish I had a burrito. Breakfast burrito, okay. All right, so we're walking down Omotesando, going towards Omotesando Station so I can get on the train line. I'm getting on the Hanzomon for the next location. Today I'm going all the way out to Kameari, which is famous for that manga. I've been there before. I got another shoot with a client on escalators. So that's gonna be a pretty good episode too. This is the one place that I found they have trash cans on the street. You don't find them in Japan very often, but here you do got it, and it's got some kind of a scanner or checker. So when you do throw it away, see it blinking? It's got some kind of a scanner going on there. So that's interesting, and it's right in front of the police box too. That's the one thing I think that Japan does a good job with, is keeping the streets clean. Having trash cans made the streets dirtier, they found, which is crazy to think about it, but it's so true. Also, it keeps the streets safer because you could just, you know, do something with the trash cans because no one's really looking at them. It's just dirty places, you try not to have them. So you have to throw them away at the convenience stores, which are the places that most Japanese will throw their trash away if they have little things. Or you carry it home to your hotel or to where you're going, the next location, you could throw away there. When you enter in at department stores, I found that sometimes they'll have trash receptacles at the entrance of department stores. But the last thing you want to do is to be holding your trash for the entire day. I've had to do that before. That's why I always carry a bag like this. I have a side bag, and I can put the trash in a plastic bag. I have these plastic bags. So you got to pay. You can pay like 2 or 3 yen for a plastic bag at the convenience store, but don't throw that plastic bag away. Oh, hello. That's cool. Orange jacket. Very cool. Was she watching? I gotta get my You Found Me cards. I feel bad not having them. Influenza is out of control right now. A lot of people at Leo's school are out sick. I think there are only 3 kids in the entire school. He's one of them. That means that a lot of people are out sick with influenza right now. Actually, I took the morning train and I wore a mask on the morning train just because everybody else. I haven't worn one of these face diapers in a long time, but the morning commute, everybody has one on, so you kind of want to do one too, you know. Gotta get your face diaper on. I remember the first time I heard that, I couldn't stop laughing. I said, "This is so true and it's so wrong. It's so right." It's a ridiculous word. Is that one word? I guess there's a hyphen in there. Boy, all these shops that I have no interest in visiting in this street. There was this one suitcase maker called, I forget, began with it, Rimowa. And about 10 years ago, I was asked by the company that was hired to spy on them, to check their services, to go in there and pretend like I was a customer. But the problem with that was, I don't look like a Rimowa customer. I go in there with like a hoodie and shorts. I guess you can never tell these days, but back then, I got those Snickers like I was going to Beverly Hills. I've never been to Beverly Hills, but imagine me walking into a shop. They just look me over and go, "Yeah, he's got nothing we need, and we have nothing he needs." That's what it felt like. I walked into that Rimowa shop, but the thing is, the service can't be like that. You can't do, even though you're, you know, some kind of high-skilled German maker, you can't be like that. And I think maybe the staff recognized that I was not, but I didn't give them a bad report, but it wasn't glowing. They were a little bit, you know. But maybe I could have worn a jacket and tried to blend in better. Peter and I were invited for some reason to this company's Wayback Burgers, to their PR launch in Japan. I can't remember why, but I remember talking with some of the head honchos here. They make some good looking burgers here. But the issue with that was, like, why would you put a burger place in Harajuku or Omotesando and target women? That doesn't make a lot of sense to me. But they're still here after 4 or 5 years. So that's something. But I couldn't understand why they were trying to target women with burgers. But what do I know? Sometimes common sense, you got to go against common sense to be disruptive in the market, perhaps. But if you're going to break into the Japanese market, there's already a bunch of burger places. Shake Shack is here. And I think that's going to be tomorrow's episode. What do you guys think? Shake Shack came down as being the most expensive fast food chain in the world, apparently. But I wonder how expensive Shake Shack is in Japan compared to the US. I'm guessing it's not that bad. So maybe because I do go to Shake Shack maybe twice a month, maybe. It's a pretty good burger. We don't have no Five Guys here. So that's some good stuff here. So we'll go and see if the prices are really the highest tomorrow for lunch. Let's go do that. All right, here's the Apple store. There's nothing I want in there either. Innovate, people. Innovate, Apple. There you go, Omotesando Station. You can get on the Hanzamon Ginza or the Choda line from here. Jason's like, let's find out. Jason wants a burger too. I always get the double smoke shack or something. But they've got some pretty unique burgers there. All right, pretty good walk here, everybody. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions, you can leave them in the comments below. By the way, if you don't mind, I just dropped this video. Me and Matt Alt on this channel talk for 20 minutes about accommodations, food, and day trips from Tokyo using our extensive 25 plus years of living here in Japan. I think that this is a really good resource for everybody who's coming to Tokyo, not just for your first time, but it's always fun just to listen to two dudes talking about Tokyo, talking about travel in Japan. And Matt's such a good friend, he's such a good guy. I think you're gonna love it. He adds so much input and, as always, a lot of information into this. And I'm happy that Reuters, which is a news agency, will also work with me on this. And it's the first kind of podcast style of video on this channel. So go check that out. It was an uploaded video. I know you're going to like it because it's about Japan and we had a lot of fun. All right, let's get out of here. Well, that's a lot of people. Boy, that girl was dressed the part. All right, everybody, I'll see you in another live stream tomorrow as we go and try and eat a burger. It's for science. It's for science. Mata ne.